You push it to fix the position. Then the planter should be put on the cover of the planter. Now, so here we will show you how to lock. Then it can be fixed. Then it will not drop down. Okay, the last step is to remove the last spacer. So our point is that the spacer have to keep the alignment, but you can move the spacer in the same alignment. So the move will not cause the data loss. The move is safe, but you should first keep the alignment cannot be changed. Okay. Okay, then we remove the last spacer from the drive. So all the spacer has been removed from the drive. So then we'll show you how to put the spacers back into the drive, and we will pay attention to the alignment. So the drive should keep alignment. Back the spacer. Do not make the spacer touch the surface of the planter. You should do it carefully. Then we add the second. Do you mean the black one? The black one is the spacer. And then we just need to put the spacer back, put the planter back, put the spacer back, and the planter back. Is that clear? Marks, right? So you have to put the screws in all orders. So do you remember we have make a mark before we remove the screws? So here you have to add the screws by your marks. So it can help us to keep the alignment of the planter. It could be more difficult to remove the drive with spacers, so we have to practice more. So the most important part is to add the cover, to add this cover on the planter. Here is the most important part. We should keep the cover and make the cover keep alignment. And there is another way to test if the planters are alignment with each other, and you can try to power on the drive and feel the shocking of the drive. If you feel the shocking is abnormal, then you can see the alignment. There is something wrong with the alignment. Then you have to adjust the planter to change the alignment. When we try to add the screws on the planter, we should use the same force on the screws. The same force. Okay, so here is the complete introduction for how to remove the spacers, to remove the planter with spacers. Then we'll show you how to retrieve data from the drives with scratch planters. How to retrieve data with the scratch planters. We introduce the method. He just told me that the success rate is not very high. So we just have to try. Okay. Yeah, the success rate is not very high. So if the FedEx scratch is in the service area, I think it is impossible to recover data. But if the scratch is in the data area, we have some chance to recover data.
It must be different for many brands. So if can give some commendation about many different brands and location about the service area, we can also save time.
Okay. Okay. Hi, Carlos. Carlos. For your quick question, we haven't tested it before, but it has some relationship with the defect list. So for some drive with small defect list, the service area can be in right, and for the drives have a less defect list, the service area could be in the outside. So we haven't tested before, but we know it has some relationship with the defect list.